5 countries along NATO's eastern flank are worried Russia won't stop its continental conquest in Ukraine, so they're withdrawing from an international treaty that banned anti-personnel landmines. Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and Poland all say they're leaving the Ottawa Convention of 1997. Ukraine just announced it's also considering leaving the treaty. The Ottawa Convention is an international agreement originally spearheaded by Britain's Princess Diana and then Prime Minister Tony Blair, which banned the production, storage, and deployment of anti-personnel landmines. But now, 5 of the 6 countries comprising NATO's eastern flank all told the United Nations the realities of the modern world mean they need to chart a new path forward. A path which may require establishing what Britain's Telegraph is calling a new Iron Curtain, stretching 2,150 miles long.
Military planners are reportedly already working out where exactly along the border should those mines be placed if Russia and its satellite state Belarus start massing troops along their sides of the border. Now, the areas along NATO's eastern flank are mostly heavy forest and lakeland areas. They're pretty sparsely populated. The only NATO country that shares a border with Russia and is not planning to mine it is Norway, right up here on the northern part of the eastern flank. Norway's border kind of curves around Finland just a little bit. From a strategic standpoint, the easiest place for Russia to send tanks and troops into NATO territory would be in southern Lithuania, right here. It's an area or a stretch known as the Suwalki Gap, right here in southern Lithuania. It's essentially a land bridge connecting the Russian exclave of Kaliningrad with Belarus. Belarus, of course, governed by Putin puppet Alexander Lukashenko. The Suwalki Gap has been dubbed one of the most dangerous places on Earth because it's so prone to attack. And it really doesn't take a military genius to see if Russia were to send its forces into this area, it could offer some obvious strategic advantages, like splitting NATO's eastern flank into 2 and securing more access to the Baltic Sea, which is why if Russia starts massing troops in Belarus, you can expect to see a whole lot more landmines in this area as well. It's also worth noting here that all of the announcements about landmines actually came out before the recent NATO summit in The Hague, where NATO members announced they would be upping their percentage of GDP spent on national defense to a new threshold of 5%.
The countries have to find the money. It's not easy. These are political decisions. I totally recognize that. But at the same time, there is absolute conviction with my colleagues at the table that given the threat from the Russians, given the international security situation, there is no alternative. We've got to do this.
In the days since the NATO summit, Russia launched some of its largest drone and missile attacks of the war on Ukrainian cities, while the U.S. pressed pause on some weapon shipments to Ukraine. As of publication, it wasn't entirely clear when or if those weapon shipments would continue. What is clear, European countries are heeding the Trump administration's calls for them to carry more of the load for their own defense, even if it means relying on tactics they once considered worth banning. For more unbiased, straight fact reporting like this, download the Straight Arrow News app today.